All right, so you want to see the coward things that they do? I talk about the white van. So the bus was crossing the street. They had a white van that was in front of the bus that turned down here and had like blinking lights, right? Blinking lights. Well, let's see. I think it was blinking blue lights. Yeah, they gotta, they love to use the colors, right? So, yeah, they're like blinking blue lights. Oh, so yeah. But again, a bunch of cowards. Like I said, they know what they're doing is illegal and it's criminal, it's against the law. Okay? And then what they'll do here too, see the Washington plates. Usually when they target me like this, in this manner, I'll start to get calls from Virginia or Washington, D.C. Alright? So that's why he parked up here now. He went across the street. He could have just, there's space for you to park in there, but he parks in the bus stop, right? I want you to understand why. Primarily because he has the Washington place here. I can see. Right? So this is what they'll do. They'll shift their targeting in different forms, but it's the same thing. I'm not getting calls, right? So I used to get calls from like zero numbers. The number it says zero. I'm just like, what the hell is this? But this is what they'll do. They shift from one method to the next, right? Because again, it's a pattern, and the pattern that it's well documented. I've documented this stuff. Okay. So this is why, like I said, when I'm on the bus, they use again another white van turning down here, and had lights blink. It didn't have like lights on top of the vehicle, but within the tail lights was flashing, blinking. The color blue. All right. So again, this is what I do. What I do. Right now I'm smiling because it's like, man, they're giving me these gems. Like I said, it's my purpose to expose this, so people understand what's going on. They using these young kids, as part of the psyops. They don't care about these kids. They don't care. They like I said, they're no fathers at home. That's why they're like that. When I'm not there with the kids, that's why the kids go to bed whenever they want to go to bed. That's why and the reason why she did what she did today, as terms of come home from work, yes, she warmed up their food for them. Actually, for my daughter, then she went to sleep, and I fed my son, Ethan, because he was sleeping because he was tired. And I wasn't staying there because I know that's exactly what she wanted. Look, you're a predator department driving by. Yeah. So again, I understand and I know what it is that they're doing. These women, a lot of our women have abandoned their children, but they won't give their. If I was in a better position, I would have taken my kids. But understand, the white racists don't want black male to have their children, to have custody of their children. And the reason being because when kids are living with their father, if there's a father in the household, there's discipline, there's structure, okay? And this is not what they want for us. When we were younger, same thing. Same thing. Okay? It's a repeated cycle. It's a program. And we talk about, it's not a curse. It is a program that was created to keep us in a certain position, particularly us black men, in the bottom of this system, within the prison industry, within the unemployment, right? They sabotage a lot of our efforts. We should know that. That's why there's always, like I said, you see this push on women black women empowerment, but guess what? It's a facade. Few black women are given the type of money that they claim that they're going to give black women. But our sisters don't understand it because, again, it's that highly selfish mindset. So as long as they get theirs, that's it. But this is because they understand how women are, right? Particularly because within our group, they understand how they condition both black men and black women. So it's easy for them to manipulate our women. You know, I see it on Facebook all the time. And listen, I'm very proud to see black women, you know, entrepreneurs and things like that. Okay, I'm very proud. But a lot of times they're their own boss. they don't employ other people. They don't employ other people, right? And the purpose of you having a business is also so that you can employ other people within your group. That's business fundamental 101. Okay? Look at all these businesses the Asians create, the Arabs, they create businesses and they employ people within their group. Even the women, white women, you'll see that who have businesses, they employ other people within their group. Our women? No. No. I'm not saying all. But I'm saying when you look at the so-called entrepreneurial or business owning black women, they're their own boss. They employ themselves. Okay? So again, you know, and the reason being is because they're not. Nobody can tell them what to do. Nobody can tell them anything. If they got the title of boss, you can't tell them shit. Okay, you can't tell them nothing. And again, that's the conditioning, and they have to get out of it. We have to get out of that conditioning too, you know. And you know, we gotta look at the future because, you know, like I said, I'm older now. I'm over 50. Right? Am I going to allow this programming to infect the minds of my kids? I'm trying my hardest that it don't. Teaching them the truth, being honest with them about certain things, also being disciplining them, also trying to instill structure. But I can't do that, you know, when the other person, who's their mother, is totally against it. And I've told her a long time ago, I said, you know, it's important that we try to instill discipline and structure within our children between certain ages, right? Between the ages of 4 and 11, right? Very, very important, crucial in children's life that they have discipline, they have some form of structure, right? Some form of self-confidence, right? It's important. And that's what I keep saying all the time. You know, the healthcare industry is the largest employer of black women. More black women are in healthcare, nursing, home attendants, all this stuff, right, than any other group of women. All right, and you know they got to take some sort of psychology, right? But they don't apply it to their relationship skills. They don't apply it to rearing up their children. They don't apply it to their household. But they are at the top when it comes to their job, right? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to their home life, when it comes to their relationship life, they're at the bottom. With them, there is no balance because they don't want to have balance. They want to go out there, have fun, and, you know, like I said, you know, when babies are young, they're babies. Oh, they love them. You know, they're like an accessory. Look at my baby. Get all the attention. They get all the attention, and they love it. They love it. When those children start past the age of, you throw an empty water bottle out of his car and you hear the police whoop. It's funny. As soon as you throw the water bottle out of his car, I hear whoop. Okay. Again, they are documenting this. Right? So again, they don't care. They don't care. And they follow this feminist lie mindset about black men being the worst fathers, and not, when black men are the best fathers. We are number one in terms of participating in our children's lives, in terms of calling our children, interacting with our children on a daily basis. Black men is number one. Okay? But you can't tell them that. Even when they see it, even when their children's father in the children's life, they will still turn around and talk about, man. No, ma'am, you're not. Your children might be living with you, but that's all they're doing is living with you. Okay? This is why they always talk about, oh, well, I'll put a roof over their head. It takes more than that to raise a child. What you're doing is, you would have done that whether you had a child or not. So you're only maintaining, man. You're not raising a child. You don't raise your children. They don't raise their children because they're too busy out there having fun. Okay? And I always say, when you don't teach your children anything except lies, and you bring them to church every Sunday or during the week, what have you, and you talk about love Jesus and all this nonsense, and you don't teach them about white supremacy, you don't teach them about these races, these white racism, and these racists on the police force, right? When you disparage men in such a bad way that they don't want to become men themselves, when you negate the fact that men are important in children's life, particularly in your male children. You see these little boys running around late at nights. This is what happened. Listen, I've been through it. Like I said, the best advice you could get is from people who've been through things that are negative, that have understand and realize what was happening, what went on, and are trying to teach others so that they don't make that same mistake. Okay? But they don't, you see, the white racists don't want that. They don't want that. There's a reason why, again, in the 70s, when they destroyed the Black Panther Party, there's a reason why most of the Black Panther members that was arrested, falsely accused of crimes, were put into solitary confinement for the remainder of their life in prison. There's a reason for that. Okay? Come on now. And you think America is great, but you think America is that great that they wouldn't do that, right? You think America is that great that they would not keep those men who can help those younger men who come into the prison system to help them turn their life around? No, because they don't want these men teaching them the truth. They don't want us to have a revolutionary mindset. They don't. Like I said, the dark triad personality types. They want to abuse you. They want to manipulate you. They want to castrate you in every way, economically, sexually, what have you. Right? And you're supposed to just take it and lay it out and let it happen. Look, more of the New York Predator Department. Right? But they don't, again, this is what they want. This is, like I said, this is why you see the destruction of Black Lives Matter. This is why you see, that now you see the police they're still killing black men. They're still brutalizing black men and black women, right? But what you don't see any mass protests. Because they've effectively not only destroyed that movement, but they destroy whatever fire that would have been lit within the minds and within the heart of the people to go out and protest, to give money to, civil rights organizations. Okay? This is what they've effectively done. You need to understand that. This is what they've effectively done. All right? So we got to remember that. We always got to understand and remember that. You walking by, you kick the water bottle. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the grass on the ground. Okay? This is what you got to understand. And how they can weaponize us against each other in such a way that we don't look at the overall bigger picture, and we can't unite, because again, religion is one of the tools that they use to divide us. And I can't help but say, we have, when it comes to religion, we are one of the dumbest people. We are the dumbest people when it comes to the religion, because we will not even want to know where this religion comes from, right? Even though we have the historical records, we have history, written history, right? Written in stone, written on scrolls. We have no clue, no idea. That is how powerful religion indoctrination is. Okay? And even when it's even on the Vatican, these Catholic websites, what have you, these Catholic universities, within their library, you go and you look at the numerical council, starting with the Council of Nicaea, right? Like, you know that it is the Roman bishops and popes that created Jesus Christ. Okay, there was nobody at that time who would do it. And I just go and look up Roman history. Go and look up Emperor Vespasian. Okay, who, according to Roman myth, would heal the sick, make the blind see. And this was before Jesus. Okay? Go and read the Sumerian, the Epic of Gilgamesh, that talks about the flood and how Gilgamesh, how they release a dove. I tell you, the building of the ship, the corralling of earth animals, but two, male and female, right? The ship rested on top of a mountain, send out a dove to make sure that there's dry land. But they just sent out the dove, sent out the raven, right? Again, way before the Old Testament was written, way before the Pentateuch or the Torah was written. Go and read about the different gods of different tribes or so-called nations. People used to go to war over their gods, right? And if you lose, then guess what? Your god is eliminated, and you have to adopt the god of the conquerors. Okay, so come on. But we don't want to listen. We don't want to, as black people, as black people, we don't want to, we are so conditioned, because we are a conquered people, but we are not a defeated people. All right? Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.